Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're working on this Craftsman, not LT1000. It's the first one I've seen like this. It's a bit different. It's got a different hood on it. And I've already gone over the deck briefly and looked for part numbers and stuff for the belts and blades. And usually when you look up Craftsman part numbers in the aftermarket, it comes back with an equivalent AYP number. But this one's coming back with Husqvarna numbers. So I think this tractor was built by Husqvarna or designed by Husqvarna or whatever. It's different than an LT1000. We've got some camber, lean issues. I'm sure the rims are destroyed. The bushings are whipped. It's, what do we got under there? It's a V-twin Briggs, 22 horsepower. Hydrostatic. It's a 46-inch triple blade deck underneath it. Well, not right now. It's outside. We've got some fancy pants special wiring going on here. Battery under the hood, fuel tank under the seat. It's a bit different. She's a big unit. Electric PTO instead of the standard Craftsman lever that comes up into a hook. This here is battery charger, but we got all kinds of squirrel nest, bird's nest. Got a random safety switch flop in here. Just kind of hanging out, chilling. No idea. It does run. It didn't run when I picked it up. The fuel solenoid on the carburetor was bad. It wasn't letting fuel in, so I got that figured out. It does run. Actually, it runs really good. But when you pull the switch on for the PTO, you hear the blades briefly engage, and then the engine dies. So it's killing spark. We've got likely this safety switch to blame for that, but not sure yet. I'm going to have to go over this and see what's going on here. This could have been, I don't know, lights, siren, I don't know. Something funky is going on in there. We'll figure that out. Oil's good. Dirty, but good. Doesn't smell like gas. It's not often that you get the gas-filled engines when you've got a fuel pump on them. Usually just when the tank is well above the carburetor, that's when you get the gravity overcomes the needle. So I don't usually find gas in these, but it doesn't matter. We're going to get it torn down anyways. Put a couple of new spark plugs in it. Yeah, hood comes off easy, just like other Craftsmans. So we're going to pop that off, give us some room, and maybe we'll start looking at this stuff, because that ain't right. We'll get you in a stand, get tools gathered, and we'll jump into this next one. What in tarnation? I don't know. Okay, so I've jumped ahead a little bit. I wanted to figure out all that wiring off camera because it's usually a disaster. So I took the box cutter and I cut all the tape off there. You can tell it wasn't done in a shop because it had hockey tape on it, so that's sticky. So I got all the tape off and I'm chasing wires, and there's like 65 miles extra wire that somebody's put in this thing. And fuse and stripped off wires underneath the bolt head, and like it's just a disaster. So I got rid of all that, but I chased it a little bit and I found that one of the lengths of wire, one of the yards of wire, just went right back to the ignition switch. So I mean, it was live off the battery. It was a auxiliary feed from the battery cable. And the wire literally could have been 6 inches long, but it was 16 feet long instead, and all wrapped up and tied in a knot. So I figured that out, got that straightened out, and all the other wiring that you saw on this side, all the white wire with the Scotch locks and all that stuff, that I'm assuming it looked like it ran to an auxiliary switch that's on the dash panel that's not hooked up. And it's not, like it doesn't, the tractor doesn't need it. It's not factory. Somebody put that switch in there because it has an electric PTO. That switch is there. And it's not a headlight switch because the headlight switch is on the ignition switch. So it was superfluous, supernumerary even. So I got rid of all that crap, and I'm still was into an issue where when you pull the PTO on, the blades would die. Or, well, the engine would shut off, basically. It ran fine, but as soon as you pulled that PTO for the blade clutch, it would kill the engine. So it's got to be a safety switch. So I popped the seat forward, put a meter across the switch. It was open, and then I closed this, squished the seat switch, so pretending that somebody's got their butt on it, and it was open, so the seat switch is no good. So just for testing purposes, I jumped the connector at the switch, fired the tractor up, pulled the PTO on, clutch come on, stayed running. So they went through all that trouble just to get the blades to work instead of replacing a, I don't know, $12 switch, $8 switch, something like that. Anyways, diagnosed. I have a switch on order. The brake interlock safety switch is broken on this machine, so it was kind of just wedged in there, jammed into a spot where it would hold it closed, and so they could start the tractor. But the two little rounded plastic mounting tabs that hold it into the chassis, they're broken off. So $10. I ordered one. We still got to figure out what's going on with the spindles, because that's not right. Not proper. This may be an aftermarket wheel, maybe a John Deere wheel, I'm not sure. The color doesn't really say John Deere, it's a little too dark for that. It might just be a replacement. Not sure. This spindle has been cut, modified, welded, and otherwise messed with. I think I'm gonna end up buying a new one for that, possibly. This one here, it's hard to see from that angle, but I got about a 7-inch rock on that wheel left to right. This looks like a Craftsman wheel, looks like the one that was for the tractor. They use a bushing that presses into the rim. There we go. Use a bushing like this, presses into the rim, and then the axle shaft goes through the middle. Well, the bushings are AWOL, and they've been AWOL so long that the spindle is now worn right into the hub of the wheel. So each side, instead of a nice flat area for those bushings put in, now they look like trumpets. So needs a wheel. It's no good. She's no good. So I'm going to get a jack underneath the front of this thing. We'll lift it up, get the wheels off the ground. I'm going to take the shield off and see if I can demangle it. I'm pretty sure they were using this tractor off-road as a little ATV thing, because there's a lot of trails where I picked this up, and the front end being this whipped tells me it was probably subjected to some potholes and other things that tractors are not designed for. So I'll get the jack figured out here, get that set up, and get you jacked up. And we'll have a look at these wheels. It does run very, very well. I changed a set of plugs in it. Put a fuel filter in it. Changed the oil while it was warm, so that's all done. Oil wasn't terrible anyways. It was okay, but I don't know what it is. I don't want 5W30 in there. I want the right stuff. I put straight 30 in them, so that's what's in it now. And it starts and cranks like it's a nice fully charged battery. So I'm going to figure that the valves don't need to be adjusted. I'll let the engine sit a little bit. I did pressure wash it. If I find that there's a leak at the valve covers, I'll take those valve covers off and I'll set the valves and put new gaskets on them. But let's get the wheels looked after, and we'll move on from there. Okay, let's see what kind of disaster we got here. So I've already stretched that stupid little clip out of the way, and a washer, and we got a nut from like an electrical box, We got a wheel with no bushings in it. This is not a John Deere, I don't think. That's fine. We've got, oh, wheel bushing. It's on backwards and it's broken, worn out. It's supposed to be that way, but it's supposed to be in a wheel. Huh. That's that one. Now, I did get a new spindle with this tractor. Well, not new, but another spindle. This one, it is not the right spindle. This might be from an LT1000. I didn't even look. Not correct. There's a clip up here that sits in a groove to retain it, but this has no groove. So, it's not groovy, baby. You can see how this one is also not correct. It's got a weld in it. But we're going to see if I can get the wheel off of a parts tractor to work in this one. A little sloppy. We'll fill it with grease. So it's a tractor. It'll work just fine. So that's this side. And we probably got more of the same on the other side. Give me a quick sec. I'm going to take the other side apart. Hold on. Well, I got the other side off, and this was good enough to take you on a road trip. So this is our wheel. Whoa, easy now. And none of that is correct. None of that. I don't even know. Also, not correct. What a mess. But that's the least of the trouble. Check out that beauty. I have never seen a spindle worn that bad. Gouged, worn to nothing, and just about cut through here. Look at that. It's supposed to be this size, that shape, all the way across. Moses sandals. I'm just going to order 2 new spindles. I'm not going to mess with this. Wow. Well, that takes dedication to wear it that much. Can you imagine steering this thing? It'd be all over the place. It's even worn so cockeyed it wore through the shield. 2 new spindles. Well, I jumped online, ordered my parts. 2 to 4 weeks. I hate waiting for parts. Well, I better throw these wheels back on. Hope they stay on. Those spring clips are boogered. But get the wheels back on and get her out of here. I got other stuff I got to do. So we'll fire the camera back up and we'll pick this up where we left off. Okay, so I got the parts in for the deck. Got my idler pulleys and a couple of belts. This belt here is on this deck. This belt stays on the deck. It's got its own spring-loaded tensioner, which you don't change with your engagement because it's electric PTO. So that one stays on the deck. It goes in the idlers and on the spindles. And this is the one that goes on this double pulley, goes from here on a weird direction off to the engine. So yeah, I was able to get these two by part number. These are aftermarket replacements by part number for this deck. So that's a bonus. This one here, I couldn't get it by part number, so I had to estimate the diameter, the size, the offset, all kinds of stuff, everything. So I just got it as close as I can. It's just a tiny bit smaller than this one. Hopefully it won't be an issue. I don't think it will, but we're gonna find out. So let's get these off of here. There's a nut out of there. These are crunchy. So, let's see. Now, is that lower? That's not it. This one. Well, it's about the same height off the bracket. I can put a washer under it. I think that's what I'll do, just to raise it just a hair. Just a hair. So I need a 3/8 washer. 3/8 washer. We'll just give it a 1/16 of an inch of a lift kit here. Oh, yep, that's exactly the way the other one was. That's good. Well, that should work. This one here should just pop out. The bolt has a washer on it. Let's get this out of here. Get that one back in. Goes through a bracket here. Little spring bracket, belt retainer. Beautiful. This idler here. Come on. Get out of there. There we go. Oh, it fell. Where'd you go? It fell up on top of the spindle. Oh no. Now I'm gonna fish that out. Huh. Okay. We get the pulley off of there. New one. Still need the nut. Where the heck did it go? I would have thought it would have fallen right out. It did not fall right out. Oh, come. Really? There. Oh, that was easy. Not really. Let's get that back in there. Okay. There we go. All spins nice. Nice. They all behave. The blades on this are demolished. Let's get this belt in there. I don't remember how it goes. I got a picture here though. It's been a while. I've been waiting for parts. So it looks like let's get it in this one. I don't want to pull all the covers off. See if we can sneak it in there. One's in. I think that'll be the back of one. Boing. I don't remember. These two are the tall ones, so they will be going to the engine PTO. Does it look like it fits? Yeah, it actually does. I know, what are the chances? All right, we gotta get this one off. They look like 3/8, just because that's a big pulley and I can't get around it, so. That's a double pulley, you'll see in a sec when I get the cover off. It's got 2 pulleys in it. These weren't tight, I think I had them out already. So that's the double pulley. The lower pulley is what drives the blades. And the upper pulley is what goes here, up to the engine. It goes this way to the engine, this. This way. Got a picture for that too. That's okay. Where's this one saying? So this comes back around here to the back here. Comes back around here. Twists in 7 knots. Goes like this. Ha! There you go. Yeah. Oh, it came off the other pulley. Oh no. Let's see if we can get it back on this pulley here. Just slid off. Come on. Maybe this way? Nope. Have to go this way. Belts are so much fun. Are you going? Are you going? Yeah, are you going? Yay, we did it. There. Nice. Whew, that was easy. What's the other belt look like? According to the picture. PTO. This is a big heavy belt. I think this is a 5/8. Oh, there you go. It's a weird shape. So it looks like it goes around PTO up the front, straight back here, here, and back here, out here. Ow! Maybe? Well, it fits the pulleys nice. The picture shows something to that effect, so that's what we're going with for now. We're gonna find out once we try and put it on the tractor. That's that. That out of the way, that out of the way. I think that, looks like the picture, so. Let's get her flipped over. These blades have seen much better days. There is nothing left of those blades. Nothing. They're so tiny. Is it 9/16? Yep. 1. 2. 3. 1, 2, 3. Those do not look like the picture. Where's my blade set? Here it is. I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison. Slight difference. These are high lift blades. These are no lift blades. There's one. Two. 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Done. Non-timed blades, but they are very close. Perfect. They're perfectly aligned here, corner to corner, tip to tip where they cut the grass. Same here. Let's check this set. See if we can get the belt to slip a little. Can we? Nope. They're pretty level, level as I could check them. Same here. They will be fine. Yep, they hit my thumb the same spot. I'm just referencing my thumb on the deck here. Yep, hits the same amount of tension, friction. Perfect. Oh, isn't that a beast, eh? 46 inches wide. Does a good job. All right, let's get her on the tractor. I still need to do the spindles on the tractor. They're in order. I haven't got them in yet. Still need to do the spindles. Need to change those front wheels out because the wheels are demolished. And I don't know when I'm supposed to be getting those spindles. Could be a couple of weeks yet. So we'll get the deck on the tractor. I might be able to get the wheels. There's no sense doing the work, putting the good wheels on the crap spindles. Might as well just do it all at once. So I'm gonna pull the tractor in here real quick, put the deck on it. It's gonna sit in the yard until that's done. So I'll move on to other things for today, but we'll just stop the video right here. When I get some new spindles in, we'll pick it up where we left off. All right, still the same day. Don't have the spindles yet, but I do have a couple other parts that I can throw on here while we're waiting for spindles. So we just finished the deck just now, and it's off to the side. Got the tractor back in here, and this is the one that the PTO, as soon as you pull the PTO on, the engine would die. And it turns out the seat switch is bad. So it wasn't operator presence switch. Wasn't letting the rest of the tractor know that there was somebody sitting on the seat. So I jumped it temporarily just to diagnose it and found a switch for it. Brand new switch. Let's get that changed out. A couple of 1/2-inch nuts here. Nope, they are not. Let's try 7/16. Yup, and it's spring loaded. Don't lose the nut, don't lose the nut. Didn't lose a nut. Okay, so we'll just pull this bracket off. This is the way she comes off. There's our no good seat switch. And the retainer clip is broken on it anyways. So I looked it up by part number. Hopefully it's going to work. Some of them are normally open, some of them are normally closed. I don't know. Let's get this one out, this one in. I don't know. We're going to try it. We'll see. Get our parts and pieces aligned. Springs and spacers and sleeves and things. Okay, good so far. Let's do a quick fire up, see what happens. Hey! Does what it's supposed to do. PTO is on, and if I get up off the seat, perfect. Yay, that's fixed. And I have a bit of a sloppy steering issue. There's a piece that's in there, it's called a support, and it's very sloppy. It's letting the pinion and the rack move all over the place. And I ordered a new one of those. I thought it was metal. It is not. It is plastic. The steering shaft goes down inside here and should just pivot around on its axis, but what's happening is it's so sloppy that this is moving just like that actually before it turns the wheel, the front wheels. So we'll get that changed out. Don't know what kind of job that's going to be. Oh yeah. Oh. Looks like there's a bracket that bolts up from underneath. That's a perfect job to do before we put the deck on. I'm gonna get the tractor lifted up in the air. I'm gonna get some tools out, probably put you in a spot where you can see what I'm doing, and then we'll move into it. So hang on.